All right. All right. Well, glad we got the win. It was good to play football again, and just excited to see these guys get on the field after after the off season and some of the adversity that this team's gone through. I'm really proud of the way they played this game, and it wasn't perfect, and it wasn't even our best, but there were some moments that we had some really good things going, and I think the leadership, the experience showed up, and just really proud of the team and the way we played. In all three phases, I thought it was really good. I took care of the football. There's some scary moments. I mean, other than I think if we're evaluating it, I just don't know how they do things in the review when the replay stuff. But that's for the rest. I'm biased when I thought that was a fumble. So I'm always getting. And we were trying to get a timeout when we thought it could have been reviewed. Just didn't work out. So I probably need to get in a better position to get timeouts. I mean, I ran out of breath for no reason because they didn't give it to me until after the play was done. So, but love the way the guys played. Um, Excited about what we can do as a team, and looking forward to the next matchup against SMU in Dallas. Just want to give a lot of praise and appreciation to all the fans that were here. They're amazing, and they brought a lot of energy. And we need them. And so just hope they know that we appreciate them and love them. And then Jay's doing great. He was in the box and was on the headset, and we're going back and forth and different calls and things like that. But he's in great spirits, and I'm glad that he's healing up, and we'll be ready to have him join us on Monday. So we'll be ready to roll. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I mean, I'll take any questions you guys have for me, but really proud of the team and glad that we're 1-0 right now.
Looking at the defense, Kalani, you guys had 2 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, a takeaway. And I mean, this comes after last year where you had 11 sacks the entire season. What can you say just about the effort they had tonight and their ability to kind of keep Southern Illinois on their heels for 4 quarters?
Yeah, I mean, so the coach in me just wants to. I look at the missed opportunities that we had because there's a lot of them. I mean, I think we had opportunities to get some turnovers and to get more sacks and more disruptive plays. I could think of a couple plays we'd like to have back where guys. But I think when you look at that, just Southern Illinois just made some. I mean, the QB just made some great runs, and he can really get after it. I was impressed with his ability to run the ball, and so. But I thought we tried to keep him crowded as much as possible. It's just hard to do that against a really good athlete. But for the most part, I thought the defense was able to hold their own. And Jay's been getting these guys prepped. He's been getting them ready for this, and I think it's a good step on where we want to be as a defense overall. So saw a lot of freshmen getting opportunities to play and have an impact. That helps out too. But the guys buying into it and having another year in the system, I think makes it a lot easier. I mean, that goes for the entire team.
On the other side of the ball, that first drive, Jake was able to make 2 fourth-down passes to keep the drive alive and get you guys on the scoreboard. Does that kind of, to you, encapsulate what his night was about, like his poise and his
Yeah.
plays?
I mean, I don't want to keep going for it on fourth down all the time, but I don't mind doing it either, especially when we're an inefficient team. I think the one that we didn't get, he knew that it was just an error on the throw. So that's very fixable, and then Jake can get that done. But everything else, I want to be aggressive, but we have 4 downs for a reason, so I don't mind using it. But I'd rather just get first downs early and get some chunk yardage and get some scores. So, but yeah, if we need to, I mean, there's a plan that we have in place. I thought A-Rod did a great job calling an offense, and I thought the defensive staff did a great job calling defense, and K-pop. That's the special teams. I thought we could have had more opportunities there. We didn't catch the ball secure. We didn't catch it cleanly on kickoff return and on punt return, which really hurt opportunities to get some returns. But I know Pop will get that taken care of. He's a really good coach, and he's got these guys trained. But and then I think Will missed the field goal, and I'm glad he was able to get back and make a couple more. But there's a lot of room for improvement overall as a team, and we'll just get better. But we know that the fix is, and we'll work on it.
Kalani, what
won Jake Retzlaff the job, and what did you think of his performance tonight?
Yeah, the competition was just. I mean, it was back and forth. Both those guys, we feel good about. I think I said it to you guys during camp. We feel really good about both of them, and you know, when we put it out there, Jake won the spot, and the special thing about it is Gary was so supportive, and he's a special human being. I mean, he's awesome, and they have a great relationship. So we needed both of them to compete like that because I thought it made them both better. And we went with what we felt was right, and who earned it. You know what I mean? We've been through competitions before, and I only know one way, and that's to play the guy that deserves it, which is hard to do when Gary did a lot of really good things too.
Kalani, what did you say to the team to address the Jay Hill situation, and did you or any of the coaches get a chance to go see him in the hospital?
No, Jay's a little bit difficult to work with when that happens because it was interesting. I mean, now that you guys all know what was going on, he called me and just like, I got a phone call from him and I'm used to talking to him every night, so it's not a problem. And so I said, "Hey Jay, what's up?" And he was like, it was his wife Sarah. She's like, "Hey Kalani, it's Sarah." And I'm like, "Oh, what, is everything okay?" And she said, "Yeah, we're at the hospital and you know, Jay had a heart attack, and that was kind of hard for me to hear. And all I cared about is he okay? Is my friend okay?" And so that was a huge scare. I'm glad that they were able to get him on the right path to take care of him to recovery. But he didn't really care about that. He just was all about the game. And so when I was showing, hey Jay, just take care of yourself. And he's like, "No, we're gonna be fine." And then immediately after we hung up the phone, he was just kind of like, "I don't want anyone to know about it. I don't want it to be a distraction to the team." And I'm like, "Okay, well this is gonna be really hard." And he's like, "No, we'll have staff meeting and then we'll just work through it." And you can kind of just tell him that. Because he was going to go to his son. His son had a race the next morning anyway, so he wasn't going to be there in meetings, and he wanted to go see his son. So I was going to. He was just kind of. He already had detailed this out and planned it out while laying in the hospital, and so I hung up the phone. I was like, "Okay, we'll see how it goes." I hung up the phone, and immediately he starts texting all the coaches as if there's nothing going on. He's just like, "Hey, let's go. I need this for tomorrow's meeting, things like that." And I was just trying to do what he wished, and that was keep it quiet and not try to be a distraction. And then when we talked to the team about it, talked to the staff about it, they were kind of just like, "Well, he was just texting me." But yeah, he was just doing his own thing. But anyways, long story short, when it did happen and when he was trying to recover, he did not want this to be a distraction or be about him. Didn't want any drama. And of course, whenever that's not what you want, things like that. It does happen. We talked to the team. We got him on FaceTime, and he was able to FaceTime with the team, and he was able to share with them how much he loved them and cared about them. And I thought that was really cool. It kind of gave the players just a good sense of just a relief, you know. And I think people started to figure things out and try to, I think, share his story and what was going on. And then he didn't want the attention, but people love him. And how can you not when he's such a good person? And so. I, on behalf of him, I just want to tell everybody thank you for caring about him and praying for him. It worked, and he's doing really good right now.
How nice was it to have him here and be able to have that? You
Yeah.
touched on it, but I mean, it kind of puts a little different slant on the game after knowing what he'd been through.
Yeah, it's great to hear his voice, and he'll have his voice because he didn't raise it very often tonight. And normally after the game, his voice cracks right now, and he's lost half of it. So. I think maybe he'll be good in the box for now. I don't know, but it's always he's always been a great. He's always been great for me. We worked together for a long time, so he's a great friend, and I'm just glad that he's doing good right now.
When you said he had a headset, was he talking to you as the DC tonight, or was he talking to the players with the new communication?
We're talking with everyone, and then yeah, they're in the box. They had the communication. We had Justin in on that one. And so we were giving calls, and as a staff, we're giving calls, and then Jay would kind of hear it out, and it was all a group effort, you know. I think when they made plays, somebody else called it, but I called it, and we had a shutout.
Jake had 8 big plays, explosive plays tonight through the air. Was that the difference in what got
Yeah.
him this job, was the explosive playmaking ability?
Oh, Gary can do that too. And so I think, I mean, we know Jake's abilities, and I'm going to keep saying this, like, I have to defend Jake, because last year he was going through some tough times. He got sick, and he wasn't able to really compete in the off season, and so we saw him competing with Keaton for some time, and at least be on and get after Keaton that part. But the guy's he's just a tough kid, works hard, he has amazing work ethic, and he's got great abilities, and I love the person that he is, and he just happens to play great football.
When Josiah Phillips
Last
comes
question.
When Josiah Phillips comes in and makes a play like that, would you like to see him get more targets in the game?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of guys that can get targets. I mean, it was good. JoJo's got all kinds of ability, and Parker. I think we had. I mean, Chase did some really good things. I don't know exactly what his numbers were, but we have a lot of good players that can get targets. I think if teams decide to play over the top of someone, we have enough that we can get to. And so, love having JoJo. Cody Hayden got some reps in there too, and we got some. Darius wasn't able to play in this game, but he's gonna play next week. And I think I explained it before. That was just when we applied for his waiver. That's what happened. And NCAA said that he played one game in JC, or one play, so he had to miss one game, and it had to be the first game. So it just worked out that way. But Darius has had an amazing camp. I can't wait to get him on the field, and that gives us another target to go to.
All right, thank you.
Our